I haven't thanked Patreon people for a little while because I'm a bad person, so let's do a few in one go. These are all the new people from September so far over on Patreon. Massive thanks to O to the B, Adam Lindsay and Chris Carpenter. Your support is massively appreciated, and it's thanks to all the people who subscribe to the Patreon and watch the adverts and even watch the videos and share them with their friends every day that I'm able to continue to feed my kids. So thank you very much for your support. And apparently, to celebrate, we have a massive lorry drive past outside to drown out my thanks. I am saying thank you. Shut up, lorry! Hello and welcome to part 7 of Gunning for Glory. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we're going to play Liverpool in the Premier League, and then I think we're probably going to play Man City as well. I'll do the Shakhtar one offline, so we're already 4-1 up against Shakhtar from the first leg in the first knockout round of the Europa League, so we don't really need to see the second leg of that. But Liverpool and Man City are both big Premier League games because, warning, there's a bottle job in process. In progress, not I can't even say it. Talking about the bottle, I'm bottling. Talking about a bottle job. That's how bad things are getting, and it's not even that disastrous. I mean, you saw us lose against Tottenham. Since then, we had a little bit of a wobble where we drew against West Brom, lost against West Ham. We did then go back to winning ways against Burnley. What is that noise? Very upset. It's not even bin day. Bin day's Thursday. I don't know why it sounds like there's bins going on outside. But because the teams around us, specifically Chelsea and Man United, the two we're playing today, Liverpool and Man City, not quite so much, but Chelsea and Man United are both so hot on our tails that although we have a game in hand right now, as it stands right now, they are both ahead of us. We're down to third in the league for the first time in goodness knows how long. Look at that, we've been top of the league for so very long. If we do beat Liverpool today, we go back to the top of the league, but things are very tight at the top, and we need to win both of these games against the two teams vying it out for fourth place at the moment to continue to control the run into the rest of the season. I don't want to have to rely on Chelsea or Man United losing, because neither of them do that very often, and especially having to rely on them both losing seems like a really bad plan. This is going to be our team to try and beat Liverpool. We are constantly rotating at the moment. I have no idea what my first choice 11 is. I know I get a little bit of stick in the comments for not playing certain players. Asensio, he's struggling, massively struggling to learn English, and because of that, we're just struggling to get a decent performance out of him. He's only got, let's have a look at Marco Asensio. He's only played 14 games this season. 7 of them from the... one of them was from the start. I'm really not giving this lad a chance, am I? We might play him against City. But, I don't know, 6.77, he's not doing anything to impress me at the moment. So, when everyone else is playing so well, it makes sense to keep the ones who are playing well in the team. So this is going to be the team for Liverpool. We've got Cech in goal. And by the way, I am actively scouting other goalkeepers, specifically these 3. And I think I'm going to break my under 21 rule just for goalkeepers. We'll perhaps make it an under 25 rule because, you know, goalkeepers, they're older, aren't they? So we're scouting Ter Stegen, who apparently we can get for around £30 million, which seems like a bit of a bargain for him. Oblak at Atletico, who's going to be a little bit more expensive. And forget Navas, he's 30 years old. He just came up on the scout reports as a good keeper. But they're the 3 that we're looking at as potential replacements for Cech. But realistically, it's going to be one of these 2 in the summer. Let me know down in the comments which one of those 2 you would sign if you were me. I mean, I'm leaning towards this guy because he's got better current ability, but then he costs more. So... and he's summed out, whereas this guy sign whatever the price. I don't really get what makes. I guess it's because Ter Stegen is a full solid 4.5-star potential, whereas Oblak has got one of those stars blacked out, so might only be a 3.5-star potential player. So I guess Ter Stegen has more potential to improve, which fits in with our policy better, and he's a little bit cheaper. I may be leaning towards Ter Stegen if we can get him for £30 million. That seems like a bit of a bargain, but let me know down in the comments what you would do. But this is the team for today's game against Liverpool. We've got Cech in goal, a back 4 of Kolasinac. I know people are telling me how to say it every day. There's still people telling me it differently every day. I'm going with Kolasinac. and I'm sticking to it. And if that's wrong, I'll just sell him in the summer, and that solves everybody's problems. Then Christensen, Mertesacker and Mustafi. Cazorla and Ramsey in midfield, with Giroud up front, with Sanchez, Ozil and Lacazette behind him. Thomas Lemar, after his amazing start to the season, has really gone off the ball recently. So I would suggest probably Iwobi and Walcott potentially ahead, and even Welbeck. Lemar might be fourth choice substitute today, in which case we're not going to see him at all. But realistically, we'll probably bring him on if the opportunity presents itself. But Lacazette, although he's not getting in the team up front at the moment, is performing rather well from either wing. So we're kind of doing proper inside forwards with Sanchez and Lacazette, who are players who can really get up there and form a front three with Giroud, which means it's Ozil and Lemar and Asensio all battling it out for one position in the team, with Welbeck competing with these two. Welbeck and Walcott really competing for the inside forward roles. So we really need to sell some players. We've got too many players and we're stifling our good youngsters. I'm aware I'm doing it, but at the same time, we've got to balance developing youngsters like Lemar and Asensio with trying to win the league. And Ozil and Sanchez and Lacazette are the form players at the moment in that position. Giroud's still scoring for fun. He's got the best goals per minute ratio in the Premier League at the moment. He's scoring a goal every 99 minutes, I think it said in the media report that came through about it. So he's obviously the choice for up front. I thought he was in again there as I was talking about him. But the three form players we've got for him behind him are the three that run the pitch now. So it's all right playing Lemar and Asensio against Stoke, maybe, but we're playing Liverpool. We've got to try and win the game, and to try and win the game, we've got to have the form players all on the pitch. I know Asensio and Lemar turn into absolute world beaters, but emphasis on the turn into. Ozil and Sanchez are already world beaters, and we've got a football match to win. So it's difficult balancing developing the youngsters with trying to win the league right now. So part of me thinks we'd have been better long term by not being as competitive this year. Ozil's just scored his 11th for the season. Glorious stuff from Mesut Ozil. There you go. That's why he's in the team. But the fact that we found ourselves in this title race, which we didn't expect to be in, the only aim for this season was Champions League. Yeah, let's get promoted. No, the goal was to get back into the Champions League and develop some youngsters while we did it and move on some of the older players. But it's actually turned into being a much better looking squad than I thought it was. And we've kind of had a change of priority mid-season. Let's win the league and worry about developing youngsters if they can force their way into the team, or if the likes of Ozil or Sanchez force through transfers. But at the moment, they've both signed new deals. So I've made this difficult for myself with this whole net transfer profit thing. Can we pretend I never said that? We're not going to pretend I never said it. We are going to sell some players in the summer. If we get big offers for anyone over the age of sort of 28, a big offer is almost certainly going to lead to a sale. But it's whether those big offers come in for the right players, because at the moment the big offers are coming in for the younger players who we don't want to sell. The likes of, even the likes of someone like Welbeck, I'm not keen to sell because he's only 25 and no matter what he is in real life, he's a bit good in this. Ozil's in again. Can he get his second of the game? He can't. Liverpool are. We've had 4 clear-cut chances against them today. Their keeper's having an absolute stormer. Giroud's in. I hear Mignolet's an excellent keeper. Shall we sign him? All I hear about him on Twitter is good things. Kolasinac can't quite get there, and now Mane's running. Oh, look at that from Christensen, just dispossessing him without any effort at all. And now we try and build again from this left-hand side, and it's because they want me to keep saying Kolasinac because they know I can't. Right, Ozil puts Alexis in, but he can't quite get there. Ozil picks it up again and misses out. It might be approaching substitute o'clock. He's left it too late, everybody. Liverpool grab their equaliser. We're back down to second in the league if things stay as they are, but we do have an awful lot of firepower sat on the bench to freshen things up. I thought he was going to catch that there, the way he was shaped, but in the end, it's just a good finish. And freshen things up, I think, is exactly what we need to do. And there you go, Sanchez has twisted his ankle, so that's a good opportunity to take him off. Who do we bring? I'm going to move Lacazette over to that side and bring on Lemar. I said he'd be 4th choice. No, we're going to Thomas, get on the pitch. And I think we'll also take off Lacazette, actually, and bring on... I don't know if to bring on Iwobi or Welbeck. let's go Iwobi and try not to regret it if it doesn't work. Because Welbeck, I mean, he does score an awful lot of goals, but Iwobi's a proper wide player. So with Lamar tucking inside a little bit more. Oh, Giroud has missed so many chances today. Welbeck might need to come on up front, because if he'd have had the amount of chances Giroud's had, I've put too much pressure on Giroud by talking about him scoring goals so often. It might, the media report came through in the run up to this game, so it might be that that's actually having an impact on him. Giroud in again. How many sitters is Giroud going to miss today? That's 6 clear-cut chances we've had, and I think 5 of them have fallen to Giroud. We've got to get him off. I don't know what's going on with him. Welbeck can try, and we just need one chance like that for Welbeck in the last 10 minutes. I'm sure he'll tuck it away, but Giroud, what is happening today? Right, Welbeck is in and misses. I mean, it wasn't as clear a chance as some of the ones Giroud's had. Didn't count as clear cut. We have absolutely dominated this game today, but can't find a goal. I said we've got plenty of firepower on the bench, but it's not coming, is it? Lamar with the corner. Welbeck's there. Ozil's there. We hit the post. Mustafi now out to Lamar. Can he get another cross in? He can't. We've got 4 seconds to take a corner. I don't think we're going to get time to score it. Cross comes in. Cazorla's there, and we don't even get a chance to fight for the rebound. And that is frustrating. Team selection, eh? At least Ozil got man of the match, but the rest of the front 4 were disappointing. And now Sanchez is going to be out for 3 weeks. Right, I'm going to go and play Shakhtar, and then we'll be back for the Man City game, which hopefully we'll win. We beat Shakhtar 3-2. We rotated the team a fair bit again. The likes of Wilshere, Walcott, Coquelin, Callum Chambers, Ospina, all coming into the team. We beat them 3-2, 7-3 on aggregate, so I'm not that worried that they scored 2 goals against us. It was a heavily rotated team, which means I'm not sure which of these players are fresh in the team for this game and how many came in for that. It's confusing. I'll read the team again rather than just telling you the changes from the Liverpool team. So it's Cech in goal, Kolasinac, Christensen, Mertesacker and Bellerin at the back, with Cazorla and Coquelin in midfield. Giroud getting a last chance up front for a little while because he was awful against Shakhtar, missed lots of chances again. And then Iwobi, Ozil and Lacazette in behind because Alexis Sanchez is injured. Lamar and Walcott sat there on the bench looking on longingly. Right, let's get into the game. I promise I will start playing Asensio at some point, but it's more than just form why I'm not. Yes, that's important. He's struggling to learn English. That's always causes a problem. I've had the media report through saying he's really struggling with his English, so he's been sent on a further intensive language thing. And I often find when players come in and don't speak the language, they don't start performing to their ability until they can speak the same language as their teammates. So we're waiting for him to learn to speak English properly. But also, he's not moaning that he's not in the team. He seems quite happy sitting out at the moment. So for as long as he's happy sitting out, and the likes of, as examples, Walcott, Lacazette, Giroud, Welbeck, they've all complained about their lack of first team opportunities, and they've all played more games than him. So I'm happier with a player who wants to be in the team and is going to moan about it than someone who's kind of just turned up for a lot of money and is sitting there not learning English and not really bothered that he's not playing. Sooner or later he'll come to me and say he wants to be in the team, and at that point I'll put him in the team and see how he gets on then. But for now, while he's happy just sat there in the reserves, I'm happy to have him sat there in the reserves learning English, and then when he finally explodes onto the team at some point, maybe even next season, at least he'll be ready and speaking English and fits in the team properly. So that's the theory. I'm really expecting to move one or both of Sanchez or Ozil on in the summer to make room for Lamar and Asensio to be regulars in the team. It's the only way we're going to get towards a net profit on our transfers, especially if we're plotting a big money sort of 40-50 million pound move for a goalkeeper. There'll probably be a fullback or two come in as well, because maybe we don't need a right back. Bellerin can probably continue to do a job over at right back. There's interest in him from bigger clubs than us, so he's obviously pretty decent. But left back, I think we definitely need a good young wonder kid left back if we can find such a thing. I'm open to suggestions down in the comments, and maybe even a real proper striker. There you go. Kolasinac is going to get himself sent off. just to prove that we need a left back, because Monreal, I think, is injured still. He did play. We had to play him against Shakhtar because we had nobody else. Right, I'm going to take off Giroud and bring on Mustafi and do that. Stick Bellerin over there because at least he's a proper fullback, and then Lacazette can go out front. Ozil can go out there, and we'll do that. I think. As it stands right now, we are top of the league still, but Man United have a game in hand on us, so we could really do with grabbing a winner. Although, unfortunately, with us being the team down to 10 men, it's looking far more likely that City are going to go and grab the winner, and that then causes problems for us with only, what, 8 games to go after this? No, 10 games to go after this one. Why haven't it 28 games? Yeah, 10 games to go after this one. We could really do with being top of the league, not second or third and chasing. Right, Lacazette is in here. Can he do better? Oh, he can't. This is what I mean. We're struggling with our strikers at the moment. It might be time to introduce Danny Welbeck in a minute. And there you go. City have got their goal that we all expected. We all knew it was coming. And that drops us down to second place with Man United still behind us with a game in hand. So we could be ending the episode the way we started it, down in third place, but even weaker position than we were in before. And the wheels are falling off, everybody. And I know you're all going to tell me that bringing Asensio into the team is the answer. I'm not entirely confident it is. What we need is Lamar to be back in the form he was in at the start of the season. We basically were dragged to the top of the league by Thomas Lamar being a world beater, and now he's not so much. And we're 2-0 down. Is Lamar's sat there, isn't he? Let's try and prove my point. Let's bring him on and just see if he can drag us kicking and screaming back into the game. We're going to make Ozil a playmaker because he's better at that. But let's see if we can have half an hour of Lamar. Maybe half an hour of the old Lamar would be nice. I mean, that's the difference between having a proper striker and not having a proper striker. Aguero just tucks it away nicely. He's not under 21 though, so we can't sign him. Have we seen enough of this celebration now? Apparently not. We just have to... Yeah, he's really happy. They're all quite happy, aren't they? This is great. Oh, now we're going to watch him run back to the centre. I love it when it does this to me. Let's watch him run back with his arm in the air. There we go. I think City scored there. The game was really trying to make it clear to me. Right, Lacazette is in, probably with his last touch. And should have... It's not his last touch. We didn't take him off, did we? We're going to take him off now. We need to bring on Welbeck. Because that was an awful miss. Just awful. There you go. Final substitution made with 20 minutes still to go. Please, Danny Welbeck, score a goal. Again, look at those clear-cut chances. City have had 1. We've had 3. We're being let down by our finishing at the moment. Both of these games we've played today, we should have won if we'd have converted our chances. But we're not converting our chances. And it's a big problem. The problem isn't with creating them. It's with converting them. It's with that man up front. I can't decide who the man should be. Yes, he's one of our most important players by default because we don't have any other left-backs. Welbeck's worrying us. Welbeck's worrying us. Yeah, they're all worrying me, media, not just him. We have a striker problem. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.